Let's face it, most of us will wake up on a Monday morning eager for the week ahead, hoping to put our best foot forward and have it be a successful week. If you are somebody watching this morning and perhaps you're struggling with your weight, hope that today can be the day that maybe you get a grasp on things. Our next guest may have just the answer that you are looking for. Lynda Hawks is next to me. She's going to be the testimonial for the day. She is a patient, Dr. Timothy deRoos on the end, who is with Infinite Health Centers and a frequent guest here on the show. I'm glad to see you both. Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
I love it every time you're here because...
That's nice to say.
Well, I do. First of all, you're a very genuine person, Dr. deRoos. You have researched this, you believe passionately in what you do, and you're not a pushy person. You just present the truth in a way different than a lot of patients have heard it before. Is that fair to say?
It is. It's actually part of what I say to patients when I first meet them, too. I said, I'm not a hard sell. I don't have to be number one, but I lay it out there, and if there's a better way, I tell every patient, I am all ears, but I've not found it yet.
You did not know this when you chose Lynda to come in and be the patient that you profile today, but we go way back. She used to be on the show when it first started many years ago, and I've always thought you were a beautiful person. But you, I didn't realize, had had a health journey of your own, a weight battle that you had faced. You saw Dr. deRoos' commercials on Channel 3 and finally said, I'm going to call him.
I did. I told my husband, I said, I'm going to try that. I had seen commercials, repetitively on Channel 3. And so I just made a phone call, set an appointment, and went up and met with him.
So I will go ahead, you don't have to go into your story,
okay,
but you are a strong-minded woman.
Yes, I am.
And you put your mind to something, you research it though first, but if it makes sense to you, you do jump in with both feet. What are some things that you wanted, that you hoped you would hear him say when you had that initial meeting that let you know this is the real deal?
I wanted to hear something new. You can go to and try every diet program there is, but I wanted to hear that you can do this and it can come off and your life will be different. I didn't want to just lose weight and be the same, fighting and struggling day after day, year after year with maybe gaining it back. And it was kind of like, you can lose it and you can totally change and your metabolism can be reset, and that's,
Okay, I think that's a key 2 words for me, can be. You're very strong in your faith. You have a big belief that your body is intended to be able to achieve success.
Yes, it is innately within us for our bodies to move us toward health, not sickness and disease. Sickness and disease happens because of environmental factors, a whole host of factors really. But our body has an inborn intelligence that moves us toward wellness. All we have to do is support it. And the best way to support it, well, one of the pillars is nutritionally. And that's the backbone of the plan. And the reason that Lynda she's a star pupil. She's the person who sits in the front of the class who doesn't have the distractions of the back. She was laser focused, and that makes a winner every time.
But this is not a one-size-fits-all approach. No. So you said that often you get a couple of calls in or questions in when people call that are pretty frequent. One is, what is this exactly? What is it that you really do? And the other is it going to break the bank? Yeah.
So we get that call. We get that question all the time when Tanya answers the phone, and the fact of the matter is this is a customized plan, and it has to be by nature for it to be effective and successful. Each of us are patterned similarly, right? But we all have our individual issues when it comes to our health profile and our health picture. Some patients will come in and they'll struggle with sugar handling issues. Some patients will have cardiovascular issues. Some patients will have issues with being overrun with the pathogens that feed off of sugar. So there's a whole host of things that we have to look at on an individual basis, and then we structure that plan accordingly. And by doing that, I'm able to customize and plug in certain nutrients that feed specific organ systems. That's what makes the customized part, and that's why we can't answer the cost factor on the front side. It's impossible. To do it the right way, it's impossible.
So is the idea, because it's Infinite Health Centers, not infinite weight loss, right? There's a difference in weight loss and health, correct?
Yes, yes.
So is the idea, though, that a person comes in and they stick with this for a year? Do some people need your hand-holding for 6 months and then they can kind of go on their own? How does it work?
Great question. You know, the plans can vary from anywhere from 3 months to a year. I max out at a year. If someone needs to lose weight that requires longer than a year, I still only build the plan for 1 year.
Okay.
And then at that 12-month period of time, we reevaluate and we assess where we go forward.
Okay.
But you know, what you said is so important. The building blocks of our body is exactly the new concept this is built around. Food is not new, right?
Right.
But in terms of weight loss, it is. Weight loss has been gimmick-based for so many years, then it's transitioned to be more surgical-based. Well, now, this concept is really new to the community. We're using food, which has been there the whole time, but quality food to rebuild the body, to reset the metabolism. And that's where the answers lie. Because we know a lot of what food is made up of, but there's still those undiscovered parts that are complexed in food that we're tapping into.
Let's talk about the sugar addicts out there, and more of us are probably sugar driven, maybe than we really realize, because sugar is infused in so many foods besides brownies. Fair?
Yes. Yes. Sugar is more addictive than cocaine. It's more addictive than heroin. Our tongue actually has our sugar, our sweet sensors, our taste buds in the very front or the tip of our tongue. So we have a high affinity for sugar, and it's been laced in our food. So we have to navigate around that, and that's what Lynda's been excellent at doing.
Well, this goes back to this laser focus that you have, but you said the first 3 weeks were kind of hard.
The first 3 weeks were hard. I was addicted to sugar too, loved sweets. The first 3 weeks, I just kept thinking, I don't know if I can do this, I don't know if I can do it, but I kept doing it. And after 3 weeks, it's just like your whole body changes. And you know, I haven't had anything sweet since the end of July when I started the program, but I don't miss it. I don't even have an addiction or a craving for it, and I've gone to multiple church functions and birthday parties, and you know.
So your taste buds changed.
I think they do. I mean, now I just absolutely love broccoli and cauliflower, and you know, but I mean, I think your body starts craving more nutrient things to where before, you know, you really wouldn't.
You shared with me before we got on the air that weight loss is a mental thing, that
Every
you
day.
remember waking up and looking in the mirror
Every day.
not liking what you saw.
Every day. When I was in the 5th grade, I weighed 165 pounds, so I have battled weight most all my life. And anyone that has a weight problem will tell you it's a mental battle every day. Every day you get up and you look in the mirror, you hate the way you look, and you just don't know why you can't break the cycle. It's a cycle. You know, just like there's the cycle of alcoholism and drug addiction. And actually, I think a lot of prayer went into, you know, you have to stay focused. I have a great partner in my husband. It is a team effort.
He lost weight by just doing this with you.
He just, you know, he was cooking and working with me, and he dropped 30 pounds like that and everything.
Okay, while she triggered a thought in my mind, you mentioned the quality of the food that you're consuming, which means that maybe your grocery bill might go up a little bit. However, people come off the medicines that they're on often, don't they? So it balances out, or
Offsets
you even
it.
gain
Absolutely.
money.
And you think about it, this is a quote a patient of mine reminded me not long ago. He said, Doc, I can remember you saying to me, your health is going to cost you on the front side or back side. The back side's always going to be more expensive. So you're better off investing into your personal health on the front side, where it's better quality, you're in control, and it ultimately becomes cheaper.
I have a really good friend, our kids have grown up together, and she told me years ago, just remember, Julie, requirement equals resistance. So when you say to your kids, you have to clean your room, all of a sudden now they don't want to, right? But if you say, it sure would help me if, now they're giving you something. They don't mind it as much. When people come into your office, are they required to give up things, or is it presented, this will best help you on your journey? Do you see the difference in the phrasing?
I definitely, when I went to meet Dr. deRoos for the first time, and this came away and it was really stuck with me, and I've told everyone, he did not say, wow, you need to lose X. He looked at me and he said, what do you want to weigh? What do you want to weigh? What do you want to weigh? And I told him what I wanted to weigh. And he said, okay. He didn't say, well, you need to lose more than that, or, you know.
Right.
He just said, okay, let's work on that.
And he didn't whistle.
And it was my choice.
Right.
And every day that I do it, it's my choice. But every day that I stay on the program, I am mentally free, physically free, healthy, and it's kind of like I feel normal, Julie.
You feel normal. That's a big statement, Lynda.
It's huge for me, huge. And if all my family and friends know, to feel normal. If you battled weight all your life and just worried about what people thought of you or how you looked, to feel normal is amazing.
And let me just say this, and I'll give you Dr. deRoos' information. If you knew Lynda's story, you would think, oh gosh, you should have been proud of yourself all along and always looked in that mirror, loving who you are. But like everybody else on the planet, you wanted to like the physical part you saw too.
It's the whole body, soul, and spirit.
I'm
right?
so happy for you.
Thank you.
And I'm so glad you share your story. You can find Dr. deRoos at his office, Infinite Health Centers in Cleveland on Sunset Drive. 813-7575 is the phone number. LoseTheFats.com is the website. And just remember, if they say to you on the phone, it kind of depends, it's because you're getting a personalized plan.
That's right.
And that's what you want. Thank you,
Yes.
both.
Thank you, Julie.
you.